New York City in December 1979 was a city of stark contrasts. Glittering lights of opportunity for some, shadows of despair for others. Beneath the iconic silhouette of the Empire State Building, millions bustled about chasing dreams or grappling with their own struggles. Among them was 29-year-old Elvita Adams, a woman caught in the undertow of economic hardship and an unrelenting tide of despair. But what unfolded on the night of December 2nd was something no one could have foreseen. A story of survival so unbelievable it bordered on the supernatural. A night of desperation. It was a cold, biting evening as Elvita made her way from her modest Bronx apartment. The icy wind sliced through her coat, but the chill couldn't compare to the storm within her. Life had been unkind. Unemployment, bills stacking higher than the Manhattan skyline, and the crushing weight of loneliness. That evening, the glowing pinnacle of the Empire State Building called to her, not as a beacon of hope, but as an escape from the suffocating grip of her circumstances. She navigated through the throngs of tourists and hurried workers, her heart pounding as she approached the ticket booth. The transaction was mundane, routine, even as she purchased a pass to the observation deck. No one suspected what was concealed behind her composed facade. Her journey to the 86th floor was swift. The elevators hum a soundtrack to her grim resolve. A leap of finality. The observation deck sprawled before her, an open arena suspended over the glittering cityscape. Despite the fencing erected as a deterrent, the view, an expanse of light and motion, felt like the edge of eternity. She took one trembling breath, climbed the barrier, and hurled herself into the void. The city blurred into streaks of light as gravity took hold. Wind whipped her face, a deafening roar that drowned out the world. In those fleeting seconds, the weight of her decision bore down like the speeding pavement rushing to meet her. But as fate would have it, destiny had other plans. The winds, intervention, an unexpected force exploded against her, a gale so fierce it felt like the hand of a giant swatting her midair. The city was notorious for its wind tunnels, born from the towering canyons of its skyscrapers. That night, one such gust surged upward along the facade of the Empire State Building, catching Elvita mid-fall. Instead of continuing her plunge, she was hurled back toward the building, her body slamming onto a narrow ledge on the 85th floor, just one level below where she had jumped. The impact knocked the breath from her lungs, and pain erupted in her hip. Dazed and trembling, Elvita found herself alive, but stranded on a ledge mere feet wide, with nothing between her and the drop but the frigid air. A race against time. Inside the building, a security guard patrolling the observation deck had seen a shadow fall past the windows. Rushing to investigate, he peered out and spotted Elvita, a dark figure clinging to life on the ledge. The guard's heart raced as he radioed for backup. Within moments, a rescue team assembled, but time was their enemy. The wind that had saved her moments ago now threatened to dislodge her tenuous grip. "Stay calm," a voice shouted from above, though Elvita's dazed mind barely registered it. Lights flickered on the ledge as rescuers prepared ropes and harnesses. A brave member of the team inched out onto the narrow platform, the howling wind tearing at his clothing. He reached for her, his hand steady despite the peril. Elvita, her body racked with pain, hesitated. A single wrong move could send them both plummeting. The rescuer's voice cut through the chaos. "You were going to be okay, trust me." With a final desperate lunge, he grabbed her wrist and pulled her to safety. The observation deck erupted in cheers as the team secured her inside. The aftermath. Paramedics whisked Elvita to Bellevue Hospital, where doctors confirmed her injuries: a broken hip, severe bruising, and a body battered but miraculously intact. As she lay in the sterile confines of the hospital bed, the enormity of what had happened began to sink in. She had leapt from one of the tallest buildings in the world, falling over 1,000 feet, and lived to tell the tale. Psychiatrists evaluated her over the coming days, diagnosing her with severe depression. While her physical injuries would heal, the emotional scars ran deeper. Her survival, they said, was nothing short of a miracle, a term she struggled to reconcile with her own turmoil. The unseen forces. Experts later analyzed the incident, crediting her survival to a combination of factors. The Empire State Building's iconic setbacks, designed for structural stability, had created ledges that interrupted her fall. The wind, a byproduct of the city's architectural labyrinth, had acted as a literal lifesaver. Together, these elements orchestrated an improbable rescue. But was it merely chance? Or was it a sign, a whisper from the universe urging her to hold on? Those questions lingered long after the headlines faded. A legacy of resilience. Elvita Adams' story became an urban legend, a tale recounted in hushed tones by New Yorkers and beyond. The Empire State Building, with its dual reputation as a marvel of engineering and a tragic backdrop, now bore witness to an event that defied logic. For Elvita, the days following her release from the hospital marked the beginning of a new chapter. She disappeared from the public eye, retreating into privacy to rebuild her life. Whether she found the solace and support she so desperately needed remains unknown. But her survival left an indelible mark, a message of hope. Elvita's leap and survival are more than a bizarre anomaly. They are a testament to the fragility and unpredictability of life. In moments of despair, when all seems lost, the forces of the world can conspire to offer a second chance. Her story is a reminder that even in the darkest hour, the winds of fate can shift, carrying us toward hope instead of despair. Today, her tale stands as both a cautionary narrative and a symbol of resilience, urging us to see the value of compassion, mental health awareness, and the importance of reaching out to those in need. Because sometimes, all it takes is a single gust of wind to change everything.